Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty. It's Sunday and I hope we'll have the numbers by the end of the day today. It's November the 22nd, my day 249. Reporting the numbers from Vero Beach, Florida, from the Victoria Condominium. Just to remind you about the Dow Jones. Dow Jones closed Friday at 29,263. For some numbers today, 33 days until Christmas, 40 days left in this year. My 38 of 43 radiation days to go. I only have 5 more days of radiation, five more days of being a glowworm. I also remind you that I do not put the commercials on this video. No, this is not a commercial venture for me. Probably should be, but it certainly is not. So if you see a commercial pop up here, may I suggest that you hit the skip button if you don't want to see the commercials, and it will immediately go away. Well, as you know, things aren't really good. Oh, one more thing I need to remind you. You'll probably see this on Monday morning. Don't forget that school zone over there on Beachland Boulevard, 20 miles per hour, not 22, not 23, 20 miles per hour. But school zones everywhere are 15 to 20 miles per hour around the state of Florida. So protect our kids and be aware when you're in those school zones to watch out for the children and make sure you do not exceed the speed limit. Also, don't forget to get your flu shot. And furthermore, don't forget to push the like button. That's a pretty important thing. I would appreciate you doing so. All right. Florida on Saturday added 8,410 new cases of COVID-19 to its pandemic tally, ending its worst week for infections since August the 1st. Florida's surge is part of a nationwide wave that on Friday hit a pandemic record of 195,542 new cases across the country. Check this out, 195,542 new cases. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. The state now experienced a 49.2% increase over the 38,019 cases from the previous week. 2 weeks ago, Florida had 34,530 people with new infections. Records show the state had a corresponding jump in COVID-19 testing in the past week, which contributed to the rise in the case totals. All right, that's a very important thing to know. So there was a lot more testing going on. The state reported that 803,031 residents were swabbed over the last 7 days. Now, that's a 50.7% increase from the 532,733 residents tested the week before. So there was a great big new number of tests that took place last week. The difference, 532,733 over 803,031, 50.7% increase. So most obviously, that's a result of more positives coming in. This week marks the most new cases in the state since the week ending August the 1st, but still well below the record of 83,058 cases set July the 18th. Now, the big question is, what comes next? Public health experts are warning of increased cases and deaths across the nation as fall turns into winter. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to give you the Indian River County zip code cases. People have asked me to do so. These are the positive cases. Zip code 32948, 11 new cases last week. Zip code 32958, 42 new cases. Zip code 32960, 62 new cases. Zip code 32962, 45 new cases. 32963 had 25 new cases. 32966 had 32 new cases. 32967 had 52 new cases. And zip code 32968 had 25 new cases. And that's in the past week here in Indian River County. So I remind you every day when I do this, only you can prevent this pandemic from spreading. Only you. Has nothing to do with the president, has nothing to do with the governor or the mayor or anything else. It has everything to do with you. I was looking at the internet the other day and I noticed that in Fort Lauderdale, the bars are packed with people, the restaurants are packed with people, and half of them aren't wearing masks. And they're wondering why the numbers are going up, and they're blaming it on the president, they're blaming it on the governor, and in fact, We are the only ones that can control this, and we have to do something about it. All righty, folks, let me jump into the weather report for the Treasure Coast. Martin, St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, and Indian River counties. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, high 79. That'll be today. Winds east-northeast 10 to 15 miles per hour, and the chance of rain today is about 60%. Now, the thing about this is you probably won't see this until after the day has passed, and we'll get into this evening. So for you folks that are up north, that was what was going on today here in Indian River County. And now tonight, that would be Sunday night, partly cloudy skies, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, low 68 degrees, and the wind's light and variable. The chance of rain tonight's about 20%. And then tomorrow on Monday, sun and a few passing clouds, high 79 degrees, north at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Okay, that's our forecast. We're going to jump right into the numbers that we will get today. We have no idea when we're going to get them. Last Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't come in until 5 or 5:30, something like that. So it makes a lot of this information kind of old. Now, the information I gave you early on, as you can see, it's 9:50 Sunday morning when I'm putting this together, and you will also be able to see over my shoulder when I do the numbers what time I'm putting the numbers in. The end of this will also pop up, and it will be sometime in the morning. Doesn't mean the whole thing's out of date, but it does mean when the numbers come in, as soon as I get them, I do it, and I put everything together, and then you get to see it. Alrighty, folks, here we are in the numbers department. We are taking a look at the numbers for Sunday. These numbers came in at 3:30, November the 22nd. 59 new positives. That's up by 5 from Saturday. Saturday we had 54 for the entire state of Florida. As far as the positives concerned, we are down by 1,822. On Saturday, we had 8,409, and today on Sunday, we have 6,587. So we're going in the right direction, at least with respect to the positives. And then the positivity rate for the entire state of Florida is 6.57. Now let's take a look at Miami-Dade. 13 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours, 1,746 new positives. Broward County, that's Fort Lauderdale, 8 new deaths to report, 771 new positives. Palm Beach County, no new deaths to report, 471 new positives. And in Orange County, that's Orlando, no new deaths to report, 295 new positives. In Brevard County, that's Melbourne, 4 new deaths to report, 100 new positives. And in St. Lucie County, that's Fort Pierce, 1 new death, 46 new positives. Now, as far as the positivity rate is concerned, as I keep telling you every day, it's supposed to be under 5%. Miami-Dade is 7.99. That's very, very high. Broward, 6.22. Palm Beach County, 6.06. Orange County, 5.99. And Brevard County, 6.68. And in St. Lucie County, 6.53. This is a one-day percentage number of the people that were tested versus the people who tested positive. In Martin County, no new deaths to report, 38 new positives. And then in Indian River County, where we are, 1 new death to report in the past 24 hours, 27 new positives. In zip code 32960, there were 3 new positives in the past 24 hours. Zip code 32963, 3 new positives. And in zip code 32967, 2 new positives. Now, as far as the 7-day moving averages are concerned, these are the number of people who passed away, an average of the number of people who passed away in the past 7 days each day. That would be 6.29. I'm going to show you a chart coming up here that will show you the 7-day moving averages since we started. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at the graph for the new cases for the entire state of Florida. Here we go. Now let's take a look at this. See, this is just not good. You can see exactly what's going on here. I showed this to you yesterday, and it just keeps going up and up and up. Look here, yesterday we had 8,105 on the 21st, and down here at the bottom, recently at the bottom, we were in October the 4th, and we were down to 2,271. We were way, way, way down. And now we're going way, way, way up. This is just absolutely not good. I do this for you so you can see in graphic form exactly what's taking place with these new cases here in Florida. Now let's go down here and take a look at the new deaths in Florida. And this is another one of these charts that they put up for us. It makes it pretty graphically easy. Yeah, this is good through the 21st, okay? So that'll give you a good idea. Now, over here when we first got started, we were having 38. These are moving averages now. We were having 38s and 37s and low numbers. At the peak over here, we were having 175, 182, very, very high numbers. Then we fell down here till we got into November the 8th. Look where we were. We were 46, 42, low numbers. Now look where we are. We're climbing back up again in 65s and 70s. So you can see in graphic form here just exactly what's going on with our numbers. These are the 7-day moving averages for the number of deaths each day for the past 7 days. But that's a graph to give you a clue as to what's happening. Now, fortunately, we're not up here. We're not in these really bad days, but we are climbing back up again. So we're going to have to be very, very careful of where we are. Okay, folks, as we've been doing every day, I'm going to give you the numbers. These are the numbers for the states of the United States, and this is 48 hours ago. Obviously, I cannot give them to you today because look at this. We don't have any new numbers in quite yet. So we're going to have to go with these numbers from 2 days ago. So Illinois was in first place or worst place with 157. Texas was in second place with 133. Pennsylvania was in third place with 113. Michigan was in fourth place with 101. Florida, we were in fifth place with 54 deaths in the past 48 hours. Wisconsin in sixth place with 51. Minnesota in seventh place with 51. Eighth place was Missouri. Ninth place was South Carolina. And look at Colorado. 42 in 10th place. Colorado numbers are going up, and this is not good for Colorado because Colorado has had some pretty low numbers for quite some time. All right, we're going to go down there. Indiana was in 11th place with 40. Our neighbor Georgia was in 12th place with 37. California was in 14th place with 33. Look at Jersey. 32 up there in Jersey in 16th place. Come on, Danny, you got to get those down. Let's go down a little bit further to Ohio in 18th place with 29. We'll go down a bit further in New York in 20th place with 27. We'll go down a bit further for Iowa in 23rd place with 25. As we continue down here and take a look at Kentucky in 26th place with 21, Massachusetts in 27th place with 19. We'll take a look at Maryland. Now Maryland was in 29th place with 17, and Utah was in 33rd place with 14. We'll go down just a teeny bit further. We get down here to New Hampshire. That's the last one that we probably are going to give you. That's they were in 41st place with 1. Okay, Maine was in 1 with 42nd place, and Vermont had 1 in 43rd place. Now these states did not report: Louisiana, Washington, Kansas, Nebraska, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Delaware, and Wyoming. Now there's nothing reported there. That either means they didn't have any deaths or they just didn't report. So these are the numbers for the United States for the past 48 hours. Alrighty, folks, here we go now, taking a look at the big numbers, the big global views. I have to be very careful with these numbers because I misspoke yesterday and gave the wrong number out. USA cases, 12,102,101. USA deaths, 255,953. Global cases, 58,295,905. And global deaths, 1,382,917. Alrighty, folks, so those are the numbers for today, Sunday. This is Sunday, November the 22nd. Now, when I did these numbers, it's 11:26 a.m. in the morning, and at this time, I still don't have the numbers for the entire state of Florida or for our county by counties. That will be the last thing I will do, although those numbers will precede these when I put the video together. I'm sure that's clear as mud, right? Alrighty, folks, a couple of things I want to point out to you right here after we finished up the numbers, and I hope the numbers are good. At 9:51 in the morning, I don't know what they're going to be. Remind you that ClassicAmerica.net, that's my classical music channel. We started putting Christmas music into that now, so between now and probably New Year's, or at least right after Christmas, there will be Christmas music on there, in addition to all of the rest of the music. We don't ever go wall-to-wall Christmas music, not on our channel. It's just, I think it's too much. Let's face it, there's only like 62 Christmas songs, and after a while you kind of get tired of them. They really burn very quickly. And also don't forget about mostlysinatra.com. So the classical music channel is classicamerica.net, classicamerica.net. In case you haven't done so, please push the like button. I would appreciate you doing that. And I also want to do the shout outs today. I like to try to get the shout outs when I can in. So we have some new people that are watching as well. Let's go with Marie Arnold and Diana Stark and Lizzie and Cheryl Deacon and Alan, Mary June, Gina Raymond, Joan, Elizabeth Hutchison, George, Vanessa down in Miami, Tony in Miami, Kevin in Houston, Wayne and Dorothy out in Minnesota, the Kennedys on Long Island. We appreciate you guys very much. Always Jim Davis, the best radio voice on the planet, who lives here in Vero Beach. Tommy DeBray over on the West Coast. Raymond Curry, he's moving to his big mansion up the street here. Captain Marcia, who's here at the end of every week. Danny up in New Jersey, and he's working on trying to keep the numbers down, and hopefully he'll be back here pretty soon. Ron and Barb Dumoulin, Jim Peabody, Britt, Betsy, Sherry Hale, Jay, Sherry Brown, the best real estate gal in town. If we're going to buy something, we would always go to Sherry Brown. Timothy, John Marks, and Kelly over at the Polo Deli. And then we have our next door neighbors like Heather Mason Wood. I always say hi to Heather because I like that name a lot. Gail Beeson. We have the two Carols, the Karol and the Carol, and Bobby Young up in Kentucky. We have Barb, Jay, Megan Davis, Diane, Joyce, Rosemary Biddle, and let's not forget Edith Stokes. She's on the garden committee somewhere with some of our friends over here, and I have to do a special shout out to Edith Stokes, who watches this from time to time, and thank you so much for doing so. Ginger, Barbara, Donna, Brenda, Costas, Donald, Julie, Muffy, and Paul. Then we have some other folks here like Ann Haley Danshaw and George Ed Danshaw. They're not sure they're going to hang in there with Facebook, and I understand why. Then we have Jay Parm, Nancy Bicknell, Nancy Strazula, Susan Taylor, Barbie Chandler, Barbara Parent, Billy Moss. I tell you about him every day. He is the best real estate guy in town. When you're buying a bar or a restaurant, anything to do with food or restaurants, Billy Moss is your guy. Lisa Crider Brown, Kimberly Eve PZ, that's my daughter, both of my daughters as a matter of fact, and then Robin Yates and Steve Reynolds. Steve Reynolds sent me a really, really nice email, Steve. Thank you so much for watching, and now you're a permanent resident of our island, and we're so happy that you're living here. Steve has been watching more or less off and on since I started doing this back in March, and as I say to you all the time, it's not really a good idea to watch this. It's kind of like weighing yourself every day, I mean, it's just, sometimes it's pretty discouraging because maybe the numbers don't change as much as you would like them to. Unfortunately, they're going up instead of down. Reporting one more thing so you understand this. Our deaths are not going up proportionately with the number of positive testings. Now, that's a good thing. Fortunately, that's not happening, so that's a little bit under control. But the only thing we can do, and one more time, please, 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 distance space, wear a mask, do the right thing, stay out of the bars, don't go to the grocery store every day, try to go once a week. This is the only way we're going to keep this thing under control. You got to do that. All right, folks, I hope you have an exceptionally blessed Sunday. I look forward to seeing you back here on Monday. Ron Crider, signing off.